Joining us in studio this evening is Joanna, Mika, Toloa, and Lefionga Taupau, Simon Savili from the Island Vibes band, or Island Vibes, a vibrant 9-piece multicultural Pasifika band based here in Aokilani. This Saturday, the 31st of May, is the release date for their latest track, their latest musical offering, Samoa or Penina, which will be available on YouTube and streaming platforms. The track is also, I guess, a way to kick off our celebrations for Samoan Language Week this year. It is an honor to have you guys in the studio this afternoon or this evening. Lewa tele la marwhaloalo tau ai ia au te whawhelo iatu. Whatalo whatu lo fionga I le nea fiafi marosoi fumanuia.
Malo
lava whawtaila.
Wakai, malo le soifu maua.
Malo lava on sai, o te loa, whai lava singa whainga kāru lua kau mai nea fiafi, trying to beat traffic and the weather, but it's great to have you with us this afternoon. Lau fionga Taupau and the sister Joe. Look, before we get into the nitty-gritty, before we get into the nitty-gritty, tuatu lewa noa, for you to introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, your villages, and don't forget your significant other, if you have one. Ke ua moika ko I whawhonga ngai, le ai le dinner. So, la tuatu lewa noa for brief introduction.
Ia, whatalo whatu, Samoa lo whawhonga nei tula le aso, ia, o su o whawhengainga mo la to whaletua, lo whapea o na whaia le ngaruenga o le aso ino le ipu vai leola, iso se whatawhaitaulanga. Ia, whapea o tupu mai e o tatu atunu, ia tua a sina lo whapea o na tapua ia, whaiva mana ia, wa ia tatu a ingama, hei tangani lea ia o alo mwhanau, o lo onga ia tupulanga lalwa ia mese lau sunga lo whapeo na whafuea ia e tatunga ruanga nei mafiafi ia Nisa Pulavinaka, Joanna, everyone tuning in today. My name is Simon Savili. I come from the villages of Mangiangi, Falealili Sapoe, Manono, and many other villages that we all know because we all have bigger roots than trees, apparently. That's what Samoans say. We all come from Adam and Eve. So you're my cousin, brother, sister, auntie, uncle. We all related some way. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. This is my sister Joe.
Thank you, uncle.
Okay, got heaps of introduction, uncle. Whatalo whatu le pa ia manmalua Samoa le nei afiafi o loo ingoa o Joanna Mika. O ke sau mai ngei afu savai Samoa ma Samakau. O loo tamao le Samoa a o loo kinga o le mauli. So I come from Waikato, Tainui as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just here to celebrate Ngangana Language Samoan Week next week and our official release for our single. Thank you so much, Lani, for having us tonight on your show.
Oh, good. Thank you for joining us. Look, for anyone who's listening in who might be new to the name Island Vibes or the band itself, can you tell us a bit about how Island Vibes was formed? How did you put together? And it's a 9-piece band. That is very hard to manage these days. Can you give us a bit of background on how Island Vibes came together?
Yep. Do you want to talk about that, Simon?
I'll touch briefly on it, but our manager is Joanna, so she'll elaborate on it. But basically, we're all friends and we come together, basically. Like what we do as Islanders, we come together and we have a purpose. And our purpose is educate and not only educate, but solidify our cultural identity in music. As we all work through, that's our profession, is music, and we've done it since we were little. We did it growing up in churches and everywhere we went, so this was our common purpose. And then our manager just said, hey, come, I'm gonna do some songs, we'll do this is our purpose, and we're gonna show it to the world so everyone can at least grasp their identity however they see fit and relevance. So I'm gonna let Joe just elaborate more on our band.
Well, the thing about our band that makes us unique and special is that we're all from different islands. So we have some Tongans, Niueans, Samoan. We're really strong in our own identity, and the space has given us space to learn from each other. We haven't just met each other off the street. I've worked with these guys for about 9 years in a band. I went to performing arts school with my Tongan brother over here. So we've come from different strands, but over a long period of time, and then over the last 2 years, we've been together for 2 years now.
Awesome.
You know, just solidifying our love for music and for our cultures.
You've kind of taken my second question. So I'm gonna flip it. So you're talking about this, the musical identity that is Island Vibes and what you all bring to it as a collective. Sonically, what does that sound like for anyone who's never heard of Island Vibes? Like, what does the sound like?
What does the sound like?
That's probably a really fresh question, but what is the fusion of sound that makes up Island Vibes?
What does the sound like?
That's
a
think
really good question.
number one is definitely strong vocals, like big fat vocals. We have the like a big range. We have 5 vocalists that are all lead vocalists in their own rights. We have Nisa Collins, Hans Vavai Jackson, Sale Lawa, Isaiah, and myself. And so that it covers all of the sops to the bass. Then we also have our backline are also singers as well, so we can get feedback from them, and everyone Simon here is a music teacher. I myself have been a music teacher in the past. And then we also have separately, we have a Samoan group. We've written the Samoan song.
Nice.
And then we have 3 Tongan boys who have also written Tongan songs. And it's not about fusing all of the languages and their cultures and their sounds together. It's like you stand strong in your culture and you deliver and honor that, and doing the research around that, and then coming together, getting feedback from us in different ways musically. But what do you want to add anything onto that?
I think she hits it right on the money when she says we got big, vocals. As we all know, island music is big with chanting. We grew up, everyone sings as a choir. There wasn't such a thing as solos, as per se, say from ancient times. We all sang as a group. So I suppose the identity in our cultural aspect in our music is that we have big vocals. As such, we chant together, and that's kind of how we navigate our spaces in music, is that we move through it together. And not only so, just in terms of vocals, we've got rhythms, melody lines that are specific to Polynesia, and we take from each culture, and that's how we kind of develop the music and ideas we have as Island Vibes.
Is there a particular genre that you guys lean to, or is it quite eclectic?
Definitely eclectic is the word. We're all influenced in many ways. Like myself, I love the musical, like live theatre, stage kind of sound. We have an R&B specific singer in our group. Then we have Nisa who can belt out those big songs. So we're and then we have some people that love classical music.
Beautiful.
So we really, and country. So we tap into all of those areas, and we never say no to any offerings. We're kind of like, we can do it. If anyone else can do it, we can do it.
Hard out. Let's talk about the new release, Samoa Oile Penina. Beautiful title, by the way. That already paints the picture of what we can expect to hear. What inspired the song? How did you come about and building the song that is now ready to be released in 48 hours?
Yay! Simon, what's the inspiration?
I guess this goes back. In our source of inspiration, we had a workshop at one of our writers retreat, and our goal was to write something culturally or something specific to us, and that's when we had our Samoan writers, myself, Kiva, Nisa, and Joe. Sefa had to unfortunately go into the other group and help them out because he was the music player or instrument player. So we wrote something, or we came together, and Joe gave us the ideas. How would we describe Samoa, or how do we see Samoa? And although most of us were born out of Samoa. We grew up with the love of what Samoa is, and it's more than just a country. It's more than just blood. It's your identity as you grow up. It's the values you grow up with, and I guess that's what we try to portray in our song, is what Samoa is to us, and Penina was just befitting for what we were trying to say.
Oh, beautiful. I don't have anything to add to that. That was nail on the head.
That was beautiful. You mentioned you guys had a writer's retreat or a writing retreat to work on this song. Talk us through the creative process. Like, is that a normal thing for you guys to take time away to work on music and then come back and record, or what does the creative process for Island Vibes look like?
It definitely is a mindset. We're all got, like, most of our team have 9-to-5 jobs,
Right.
and like to be able to sacrifice out of work hours, that means that you have the passion, and
Absolutely.
to have people like-minded with the passion to write new music, original music, because it's not a lot out there that is coming straight off the paper. So the creative process for us is we found out last year that we love this process, and that we're quite good at collaborating and listening. Everyone has something to offer, and allowing them to go through just to offer to the table, and we've learned how to work well with each other. At times it can be like frustrating,
Of course.
to get to the end result, but we're good at getting feedback from people as well, from outside. So if you want to give any feedback, that would be a blessing. 'Cause
What you talked about, the process can be quite frustrating. What are some of the difficulties of, like I mentioned in the intro, no one puts together 9-piece bands anymore, or 10-piece bands. These big, hearty ensembles. What are some of the difficulties and the challenges that you guys face in trying to manage such a big cohort?
I think I can speak to that. Just knowing everyone individually, who they are, who they come with. You have a family, you have children, what your responsibilities are outside the band. And before I asked people to be in the band, I already knew that what kind of person they were, and that, they will work. Kind people, just the basics, like no ego, able to contribute in ways that's not just like, I'm here, I'm present, I want to offer things, and everyone's so just kind. Just kindness is the basic. Are you kind to me?
Never.
Nice,
Nah, Seki. And I wanted to ask, because it is a multicultural band. Anyone who, in this day and age, the easy way out would just be like, let's just do a Samoan band, or let's just do a Tongan band. What's that dynamic like within the team, having the multicultural, like, is it, how does it work for you guys? Are there challenges to that? And then how do you find your way through?
It's so interesting because we put our song up on TikTok for an Australian Samoan group to review,
Right.
and they were flabbergasted that
I was on that live. I was watching. Yes, I was legit on that live.
Yes, I saw your comment.
Fangirl. Sorry. Yes.
No, and they were surprised that it was Tongans singing the song.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, there was absolutely no mention that it was a Tongan, it was a Samoan song, but they all just assumed that umus only come from Samoa.
Samoa,
So I think that the music really brings us together, and our like-minded and our upbringing here in Aotearoa, and how we just look at each other like brothers and sisters, and they're like, oh, that's right, you're Tongan, and oh, that's right, you're Samoan, and then we also honour those spaces as well. But what do you think? Do you have anything to add?
Not so much a challenge having different cultures in the group. If anything, I think it actually helps us. Like, the way if, say, Samoans get stuck at one point, our Niueans or Tongans or Māoris will say like, oh, this is how we look at it in our culture. And then we'll be like, oh, wait, maybe we can take on that perspective.
Right.
And probably that's our way around whatever we're jammed in terms of whatever process we're going through. So it's not been a difficulty in our groups as such. It's actually been something that strengthened our group, being from different cultures. So,
Beautiful. Shout out to June's Tunes.
James.
I too submitted a song like 3 weeks before that. I was like,
Nice.
that feedback, it's
So good.
it's key, and I think it's really it's cool to. Yeah, I wasn't that live. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do feedback sessions too, man.
What they do, umus and tonga?
Like, I,
that was cool, man. Look, the song drops this Saturday on YouTube and streaming platforms. What can listeners expect from this launch? And what can we, obviously, like I said, you've painted a beautiful picture in the name and kind of elaborating on how you've come together with the song. What can we expect before I do the exclusive play later on?
well, we also have a music video that's dropping at the same time. So we have had an amazing video director on Whaanati Mamea.
My God.
Yeah, he's amazing. And he
Man.
went into the villages
Yeah.
and he took real, like the shots that you'll see in our video clip are shots on the day of people just living their normal everyday life. So it's really a glimpse of what it looks like to, you know, be living and working in Samoa.
Yeah.
So expect the beautiful imagery of Savili
Yeah.
Yep.
to see, and then also what
Surely
Yeah.
he's got some lefanga shots in there.
no,
Surely.
it's
They're off-
only
sorry.
Savili.
Sorry, I know we filmed in Awala, but if you see the pig, it came from Lefanga. So everywhere in Samoa is Lefanga. So I think to add on that too is just authenticity. Like
Yeah.
Samoa, we know what Samoa was like back in the days. Samoa today is what we filmed, and you're gonna see that when the video drops. The music again is Samoan authenticity.
Yeah.
Just Kiwis growing up and living Samoan
Yeah.
in New Zealand. But expect that when it comes out.
Mean, you know, for the band, you've been together for a couple of years now. You've all known each other collectively close to, you know, nearly a decade. What are the hopes for the Lumanai, for the band and the work that you guys are doing? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know this release is part of also part of a project that was funded through the Moana Reo Fund, if I'm correct.
You are correct.
Shout out to shout out to PMN. Nah.
100.
Yeah, man, because what an
Yes.
opportunity.
Yeah.
What an opportunity it is to be able to showcase the language and the
Yeah.
culture. But yeah, what are the future plans, or what does the next 5-10 years look like in terms of vision for the group?
Thanks to Pacific Media Network, we also have some Tongan music coming out this year, as well as Nguyen. So we have just been workshopping on songwriting original music in the languages.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. In the future, we just did a show at the Auckland Arts Festival earlier this year in March.
That's right.
So live shows is also something that we're, you know, looking into and promoting theatre like jumps from within Auckland, not Auckland, within New Zealand, and also possibly looking to go to Australia. So for me, that's the vision for the band, but you know, other band members could have other visions.
Yep.
Simon?
Absolutely. I mean, that's all in well. Just that's what we want to do in the future, is branch out and get into those spaces, but also we want to be influence and inspirations to our younger generations, or generate that music, island music, you can sing in your mother tongue, you can tell stories in your mother tongue, and it'll touch the souls of others. And we just want that space to come through with the next generation of songwriters, Pacific songwriters, and Kiwi songwriters. So the more they come through, the more we'll be happy about our work.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've kind of answered my last question. Yeah, that's okay. No, all good.
What's your question, Chief?
It's you're touching on a really key point, and I think as we move into our celebrations for Language Week next week, it's definitely something, a message that needs to be echoed more often, constantly, not only for our generation, but the generation that's coming after us.
Yes.
But also, you know, for our parents as well, for them to see, o le kauke ngau ngau fo ia,
Yeah.
tātou ngangana, ma le tātou nganuu. In addition to what you've already shared, what message would you like to share to anyone who's listening, as well as our listeners who will hear the song, and what do you hope for them to take away from hearing Samoa o Penina?
Oh, that's a very deep question.
Sorry, I know it's that time when the sun sets, when the sun goes down, we
Go, Simon,
When
you
you
look
look
really
yourself
ready
in
there.
the mirror, what do you want to say to yourself? For Samoa Penina, I think the greatest gift is seeing someone be moved by the song and then take it upon themselves to say that's who the song is, that this is me. And so what I would hope that affect people or the listener is that you don't have to go make songs, reggae, trap music, rap music to be heard. If this is your identity, if this is what you're trying to say, this is your avenue. We're trying to normalize it.
Yes.
It's going to be normal. Tell your story and you'll be heard. So you don't have to be someone else. You don't have to do whatever other genre that's mainstream. But you speak your voice and you'll be heard. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to say.
Amene makoe,
Amene, hallelujah.
Amene makoe, amene. Oh, I don't know what else to say to that, but just being proud of your identity, being proud to be, in your culture, standing strong in your truth, and then also reaching out and seeing who else is out there that can help you, especially when it comes to music, because it's not an easy, it's not an easy industry. You're not going to make the millions of dollars that you think you're going to make. It's a very difficult space to kind of be passionate and like really push, but you just have to ko'anga and really like find the right people to work around, and then these things can happen. Like, we're really proud of what we've made, the work that we've made, and we're I'm so proud to be Samoan and be able to go back to my homeland and film something, to show that my dad's teachings don't go to waste. So,
Beautiful.
Proud
65 to the world.
Yes.
Before we get to play the track exclusive here on the 685 show this evening for our listeners to enjoy and embrace, any lofa'angas, any shout outs that you want to make to friends and family, this is your chance. Take your 20 minutes that you need to do all your shout-outs. Whamalau mai umaga. What you never know. Whionga, Taupau, as well as Joe. Moni lofa'anga.
Now, just a shout out to my grandma, Lonise Lilo, Loa Whionga Pasifika. If you're tuning in, you're probably listening to 1593 because that's 24/7. But shout out to my grandma, my aunties, uncles, everyone is tuning in. My mom, Penina, her name is Penina, the irony of the song.
I see what you did there.
Hey,
Smart. Didn't even know that.
Families and friends, everyone, we love you. My partner, Emily, Mania, daughter home, we love you, and
Cute. Alofa aku to my family, looking Linda, who just got to Samoa this morning.
Malanga.
What a lucky one. I want to be there too. And shout out to my 3 beautiful children, David, Hannah and Mose, my siblings, the Mika family, and God bless. And also to our amazing band who might be listening in. We love you guys. Thanks.
Awesome. Hey, thank you for joining us on the show, and thank you for sharing not only just the music, but for us to really see and hear the passion is very inspiring for myself as well, and I know for many people who are listening in, and we wish you all the best. We look forward to more releases and everything that you guys have got planned for this year and moving forward. There is always a home for you here at PMN Samoa. We look forward to hosting you again in the future, but from our team and everyone here, we wish you all the best. Manuia ia le anga ia tumo le vai aso fou il whamana tuina le vai aso le ngana Samoa. And as Taupau correctly said before we went on air, Samoan Language Week every week. So for those who are tuning in, if you've just tuned in or onto our Facebook live stream, we are joined this evening by Nisi Osui o le whaili o le Island Vibes. Ia pe ona whatalanoina le lātou whātunga fou o le aso tō nai. If you are watching on Facebook, or link, the pre-save link to save the link for the drop of the music video at MTV, as well as Spotify, Amazon, all the streaming platforms. Go and save the track, be one of the first to hear it when it drops, or you could just listen for the next 4.5 minutes. Exclusive here on the 685 show. Whatunga Fou, Samoa, o Oil Penina, Whatunga Fou, Mail Whaili, Island Vibes. Thank you again, fam. Manuele Fiafi.